McGregor did. It's really a trick. He gets these people to box with him. They have no business boxing with him, and he's making millions and millions of dollars doing this way after his competitive career is over. That money has to keep coming in if you're going to live like this.
It's absolutely, he needs money.
You think he's going
Once
broke?
again, come on. Fighters like that always go broke.
Because everything that he says is about money. There's nothing else. There's no values. There's no...
Joe Rogan didn't hold back when he called out Floyd Mayweather, questioning the truth behind his claims of owning $42 million across 60 buildings. While Mayweather often flaunts extravagant wealth, credible sources have repeatedly challenged his numbers, suggesting they're highly exaggerated. Despite his image of a financial powerhouse, it appears Mayweather's fortune may be more illusion than reality, a shaky empire built on inflated claims, empty boasts, and questionable financial truths.
Floyd is just piecing him up. Boxed up by literally the greatest boxer of all time. Floyd was just boxing him up, which is what he does. So that's what's interesting is Floyd's making more money than anybody. And he's boxing people who have no chance of beating him. It doesn't even hurt his record. Also money. He needs that money. That money has to keep coming in if you're going to live like this.
It's not that expensive though, but
He's only 46. But he does this with everything, man. He's got $1 million watches.
I don't think he buys every pair.
You think they give them to him?
Yeah. Because then you get a video like that.
Right. That's smart.
And then you get Floyd's Air Force Ones given away for charity. That's a tax write-off. And all sorts of things that goes into
Yeah, you
that.
got a good point. But those $1 million watches, they're not giving you those.
Floyd Mayweather's evolution saw him shift from an exciting fighter to the persona of Money Mayweather. Joe Rogan noted that Floyd lost interest in the thrill of boxing, focusing instead on wealth and often showing blatant disrespect toward his opponents.
From being like a really exciting pressure fighter and he had a bunch of hand problems to like Money Mayweather, start talking, just boxing people's faces off. No more hand problems, much more money.
Yeah, I love what he's doing too, beating up these YouTube guys.
It's great.
I love it.
It's so funny that these guys are willing to get beat up by him.
Well, I think they're all delusional.
And one of the reasons why people watch him fight is not because he's like Mike Tyson, just goes out and destroys people. They like watching him fight because they hate him. Because he talks so much shit. And he's like, look at my $1 million watch, look at my jet, look at my house, look at this. He's like constantly showing you all these things that he has. Like he'll lay out watches in a hotel bed, like this is $1 million worth of watches. This watch goes for $2 million. And they're like, this is my small watch that I take sometimes, but when I'll show you, when I'll show up, I bring out the big boy and it brings out this watch that's covered in diamonds. It's like $5 million. And so you hate.
Joe Rogan has pointed out that Floyd Mayweather is remembered more for his wealth than his boxing skills. Despite being one of the most famous boxers in history, Rogan strongly criticized the idea of Mayweather entering MMA, stating he'd get destroyed. This highlights how even respected commentators question Floyd's adaptability and whether his talents truly extend beyond the boxing ring.
They're applying for MMA license, wants 6 to 8 months to train. He's screwed. First of all, they should give him everything they can get their greasy paws on, get him to fight Conor in an MMA fight.
You'd be screwed.
It's not just getting screwed. Like someone said it should be 1,000 to 1. That's not high enough. It's not high enough. If Conor McGregor was going to fight Floyd Mayweather in MMA, it is as close to 100% as anything ever gets ever. He's probably going to punch Conor in the face a couple of times. It's probably going to suck, but Conor's going to get a hold of him. And then he's going to be like a baby. And if that doesn't happen, he'll kick Floyd's legs out from under him. He'll kick his legs sideways. He'll kick them from the outside. He'll kick them from the inside. He'll stay way the way from any sort of a range where Floyd can punch him. It'll be a completely alien range.
In another instance, Joe Rogan highlighted Floyd Mayweather's immense power by sharing a story where Mayweather allegedly had a referee fired mid-fight. Rogan emphasized that only someone with Floyd's level of fame and influence could make such a bold move. It was a striking example of how deeply Mayweather's wealth and status shaped every aspect of his career, extending far beyond just his performance in the ring.
The referee said Floyd Mayweather hit him behind the head. So Floyd fired the referee in the middle of the bout. Floyd throws this punch, and he's 100% correct. The punch landed the side of the head. It's a right hook. It's a perfect punch. And the referee was saying, watch the back of the head. He's like, what the are you talking about? And so he kicks the guy out, and they bring in a different referee who finishes the fight. It was insanity.
According to Rogan, Floyd Mayweather's intense competitiveness stems from his upbringing. Taught by his father and uncle, both fiercely competitive, he learned to push himself in all areas of life. This drive molded him into a dominant fighter during his prime and now influences how he handles business and wealth with the same relentless mindset.
Let's look at boxing in terms of like how often you get hit versus how often you hit the other guy. He's the best ever. The way him and his uncle and his father talk, I imagine they were always super competitive from the time they were young.
Yeah.
Like he grew up being super, they're super competitive. They're competitive about talking shit. They're competitive about all kinds of things. So it's like that hive, like growing up with that all the time and the boxing skill.
Floyd once claimed he earns $3 million monthly, even suggesting he makes more than Bill Gates. While flashy, those familiar with boxing paydays and pay-per-view models see these claims as exaggerated. Experts widely dismiss the figures, noting they don't hold up under scrutiny and are more fantasy than financial reality.
Floyd Mayweather says he makes $300 million a month, which is $3.6 billion a year. He makes more money than Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, all of those guys. So I say all that to say this. The money that Canelo was looking for, they can easily come up with that money. Floyd Mayweather got it.
Well, listen, let me put it this way to you. If he makes what did he say, 300 million a month?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm 6'4" and 240. And I know I'm 5'8" and a half and 240. So there you go. There's no way. If he makes $3 million a month on his investments, that's a lot. $36 million a year. That's a lot. So I know guys that are worth, $500-600 million, plenty of them, and they don't make $36 million a year, let alone $300 million a month. So there you go.
Floyd has always emphasized that money is central to his life, even encouraging his children to follow his path in business. His main goal, he says, is building generational wealth. However, this money-first philosophy has drawn criticism from those who feel he values wealth over character, sparking debate about whether financial success should come at the cost of deeper values.
Even like when my children, all 4 of my children are adults. And I told them, no more handouts. Because I feel like I'm hurting my children just by, I give them money, they go shopping, they put gas in their car, they party, they come back, I need money. I give them money, I buy them houses, I buy them cars. Told them, listen, you guys go to school or you work in one of my businesses, then you can branch off, get your own business, and I'll put the money up to help you start a business, but I need you guys to take what I've already started and triple and double that, and then I need my grandchildren to come behind you guys and do the same.
Despite his enormous earnings, several reports allege that Floyd owes money to other fighters. One of the most talked about claims comes from rapper 50 Cent, who said Floyd scammed him out of $2 million while in jail. Floyd allegedly asked 50 to manage his promotion business during that time. After investing heavily, 50 Cent later claimed that Floyd acted clueless about the deal once he was released.
We brought them over. I brought him over while Floyd was incarcerated. When he comes home, there's the Let's Get Floyd Back in Pocket campaign that goes on, where, it's $300,000 chains being bought and buying a new Lamborghini and all these new things. And I'm sitting there going, yo, when you gonna give me the money?
Because you're already invested.
Right, like when you gonna give me your half of the money back. But I ain't trying to press him because he just got out of jail. Right? So it's like, let him cool his heels before you.
Was that in the millions?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you sitting there big, and I'm like, yo, so when, but see, the fighters are an asset in themselves. They are that talent, regardless. Right. So I'm looking at him going, so there ain't no pressure there, but I'm saying, when is he gonna say he wants to, to give me the other half of it? Well, I gotta ask you for it.
Right.
And then when
are we talking over $2 million?
It's about that.
Oh, okay.
At that point, it was, investing in it.
All right.
So look, he goes, when he finally does bring up the actual situation, he acted like he didn't know anything. Like, I didn't tell you how to do that. I didn't tell you to do that.
Oh, man.
And I'm looking at him, and he looked in my face and he told me to do that.
50 Cent didn't stop with one story. He later claimed that many people in Floyd's inner circle secretly dislike him. According to 50, Floyd is obsessed with money and lacks core values. He said Floyd constantly brags about his wealth and status, making it hard for others to respect him beyond his boxing achievements.
So the money's really gone. Yeah, that's what you think. It's get the money, spend the money. All that money. It took, it's been 2 years. So is it just his overhead is so high on a day-to-day, month-to-month? Like
I don't even want to talk about it. Like with the lifestyle, that money's going. Trust me. Now it's like you call him, he'll be at your local hosting in a nightclub because you need that action right now.
Do you think he'll step back in the ring?
I think he got to right now because the money going.
Floyd's financial controversies continue with Logan Paul, who claims he hasn't been fully paid after their high-profile exhibition fight. Despite the massive attention and revenue he generated, Logan says he's still owed money. This adds to a growing pattern of Floyd's money-driven mindset, one that, at times, crosses into controversial territory.
Let's fight Logan Paul.
Name another boxer besides myself that's more famous than Logan Paul.
Tyson Fury.
What? I want you to look up Tyson Fury, how many followers, and look up how many followers Logan Paul has.
Logan Paul 56 million. Tyson Fury 4 million.
So 50 compared to 4 something. I can fight a fighter right now, guarantee myself 35 million. Or me and Logan Paul can go out and entertain and have fun and make 100 million or more. So if you or me, you gotta look at 35 million for 12 rounds and then 100 for 6 rounds. Big difference.
Oscar De La Hoya has weighed in, suggesting that Floyd still needs money, which is why he occasionally steps into the ring. De La Hoya believes boxers like Floyd often go broke due to lavish spending. Considering Floyd's extravagant lifestyle, cars, clothes, private jets, this concern seems far from unfounded.
Against Gotti last Saturday, a real the crowd booing in the arena at the end. But in the middle of the second round, Floyd literally had the referee swapped out. He didn't like that the referee told him to stop hitting behind the head. Floyd is used to having the refs do whatever he wants, and he wasn't getting his way this time. It was so embarrassing. Floyd, you're 50 years old. You're a legend in the sport. I've stood up for you in countless interviews, including Shannon Sharp's podcast last week. But you have to stop embarrassing yourself with these exhibitions. I know life is hard. I know life is expensive. But come on, dude, put your legacy first. Nobody wants to remember you like this. And it gets worse. Your jeweler filed a lawsuit against you in Miami. And many are saying you're gonna have to sell off your assets. I hate seeing this happen, bro.
Floyd frequently makes headlines for his lavish spending, including an $18 million watch and hundreds more worth thousands each. While these displays grab attention, they also raise concerns about the long-term sustainability of such habits, even for someone with Floyd's vast wealth.
How much is it?
$1.8 million.
$1.8 million watch.
$1.8 million?
You're the first to see it.
That's insane. That 1.8 is high. 18 life. That happy birthday, champ. That's how we do it. That is sick, dude.
But you gotta show him what he's saying.
Money green.
Hold on. This watch was made specifically for the champ, Floyd Money Mayweather. 101 piece. This is the bag. 101 Money team. Can we see it on him? Yes, sir.
That 101.
$1.8 million.
It's a 101.
Joe Rogan commented that the Floyd versus Conor McGregor fight was nothing but a money grab. Despite being retired, Floyd returned for a $100 million payday and exhibition match. For someone who often talks about money, this was just another example of turning fame into fortune.